It's a holiday Sunday here in Toronto, Canada Day, north of the border, as we celebrate this great place we call home and a picture-perfect evening for Toronto FC2 football. Happy holidays to those watching north of the border, to those south of the border. Hope you're enjoying some time off in the build-up to 4th of July as well. I am Gareth Wheeler, and this is Toronto FC2 and USL Match Day right here on ESPN+. I am down my broadcast partner tonight, Terry Dunfield. We wish him all the best as he's dealing with a personal matter, but the show must go on. And Toronto FC2 takes on the Charleston Battery here tonight, coming off what was a very good performance in a 3-3 draw against FC Cincinnati midweek. Let's take a look at the USL Eastern Conference table. And the Charleston Battery, they're just on the outside looking in to a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Toronto FC will look to try to build off that draw against FC Cincinnati, one of the best teams in USL. Dante Campbell, impressive on Wednesday in that 3-3 draw, marauding up and down the right side of the pitch. He was right in the middle of multiple goals that were scored for Toronto FC, including providing the service on this Ayo Akinola first half strike. He showed incredible legs getting up the field while dealing with one of the top players here in ULS, and Manu Ledesma. He's going to look to build off that top performance here tonight. As for the Charleston Battery, this really is the straw that stirs the drink, and he's a tall drink. Atul Aguera has 7 goals on the season in 14 starts. The Charleston Battery really rely upon him to lead that line and be their offensive and attacking influence in the side. This is a team that continues to grow and build, and they need that player to step up and perform here tonight. It's still warm outside. Hopefully the play on the field is red hot as well. It's TFC2 and the Charleston Battery on USLsoccer.com. I don't hear Kyle. Nope. Is he trying to talk to me? There you are. Hey, yeah, where are we? Oh, we've already run the first segment. Okay, I'm not getting live broadcast then. I am getting backhaul or program feed. Yes. Yeah, that's what the problem was when we were rolling through it as well. So welcome back to Toronto, Ontario. Gareth Wheeler with you. It's Toronto FC2 looking for their first win of this USL campaign, hosting the Charleston Battery. A beautiful evening for football here in Toronto, and this is the lineup for head coach Mike Anhauser and the visiting Battery. Joe Kuzminski, 5 clean sheets on the year, has been a very solid influence for this Charleston team and coming off a clean sheet. And Skylar Thomas, a former Toronto FC draftee, has been having a wonderful campaign as well, coming off USL Team of the Week honors. As for Toronto FC 2, multiple changes within their 11, as earlier tonight in Toronto FC's 1-0 loss to the New York Red Bulls, Jordan Hamilton, among others, played. So the team is a different-looking group with multiple teenagers taking center stage. Aiden Daniels and Sean Hundle both start up front, replacing Ayo Akinola and Jordan Hamilton, who both scored goals in the 3-3 final. Michael Rabaska took over TFC2 almost a month ago now and has really instilled a new belief in this group. The former cognitive coach of Toronto FC now doing double duties and overseeing this very young group of players. Michael Anhauser, head coach of the Charleston Battery. The Battery just on the outside looking in terms of a playoff spot. Very wary and very complimentary of the play of TFC2 on Wednesday night, not underestimating his opponent whatsoever on this occasion. So a quick turnaround for Toronto FC 2 ahead of tonight's match. And the Charleston Battery are coming off a week break into tonight's game. There is your match official, Carol Ann Chenard. Toronto FC 2 christened their new home at Lamport Stadium. It's a stone's throw away from BMO Field here, but it's a Canada Day holiday, doubleheader action. 2 games for the price of 1, so a decent crowd hanging over and coming out to support their Toronto FC 2. Also with this Toronto FC 2 team, they pretty much have a new formation set in stone, a 4-4-2 with a midfield diamond, and it's really playing to their strengths. Dante Cunningham and Tim Kubel will be really relied upon a lot coming down the flanks in this match. As for the Charleston Battery, it's more of a 3-4-2-1 formation. The inverted Christmas tree, if you will. And look, they're right in the playoff picture. Another good young team led by Guerra up front and his 7 goals. It's about 85 degrees Celsius and a very warm spell here in southwestern Ontario. You look at Noble Okello checking back into the Toronto FC 211, has had some really good experience with the Canadian under-20 national team. And we're underway. Toronto FC 2 left to right on your television screen. Welcome to our broadcast. I am Gareth Wheeler at Wheeler TSN. We'll see how this match plays out, and TFC2 have to be flying with a whole lot of confidence. FC Cincinnati, a powerhouse in this league, and to come from 2 goals down in the second half, to come away with a 3-3 draw speaks to the mindset of the group heading into tonight's game. First touch of the ball for Taylor Mueller. It's typically very breezy. We're right on the lakefront, Lake Ontario here in downtown Toronto. Typically a breeze blowing basically from right to left on your television screen. There's nothing. It's nothing but dead heat. So it's going to be difficult for the players to see their way through this one. Conserving energy, maybe there will be a slower pace. We'll look at how that influences both sides as we move forward. Good switch of play by Okello, finding Luca Uccello. Can't control. Battery bounce back. Rietmeyer. Some nice work for the middle of the park, and first foul of the game. Rietmeyer, one of 2 changes to Mike Anhauser's starting 11 from a goalless draw last weekend in Pittsburgh. The other change is the aforementioned Taylor Mueller coming in, replacing Leland Archer on the right side of center back. Good ball played inside the 18. It's Ben Schulk And that ball's played at a touch, and this will be an early battery corner kick. A good mix of size and pace in the Charleston battery attack. Jared Van Schelk. Borja Anguinito, relatively new Toronto FC 2 goalkeeper, was tested regularly in Cincinnati. Half clearance, Higashi just can't make a connection, and that ball is played out of touch for a Charleston battery throw. It's been a difficult start to the season for Toronto FC 2. The record speaks for itself, but it doesn't tell the entire story. A team largely made up of teenagers. They've had home games in 5 different locations over the course of this season. They've had a coaching change midway through, and multiple of their key players have been called up to Toronto FC on a regular basis. So a learning experience you learn through facing adversity, and they've faced a whole lot of it over the course of this early campaign. Kubel. Hundle lets it play past him. It's out of touch for another Toronto FC to throw in. Nice work by Kubel getting up into the play. He pays for his effort as Anunga takes him down, the first-year professional in Tim Kubel, former youth player with Borussia Dortmund. Kello, legs for days, very much in the Patrick Vieira mode. Doesn't come off from Malik Johnson. Hackshaw played under pressure. Higashi. Cunningham gets stuck in, stops Van Schelk right in his first step. Cunningham earns that free kick. Dante Cunningham, 19 years of age. Another local product from nearby Etobicoke, Ontario. Boscovich has that blocked down by Higashi. Brian Woodbine, great ball. There's Guerra, can't get a touch on it. Flag goes up, offside nonetheless. Dangerous ball played in, and there might be some space to exploit the 30-year-old Trinidadian striker. He's going up against 2 players who are still in their teenage years. Robert Boscovich, 19 years old, and Julian Dunn, just 17, playing the center back position. So 3 of the 4 defenders for this Toronto FC 2 team are still in their teenage years. You step out of that, Okello, he's still only 17 years old as well. Yeats is 18 in the midfield. Shall I continue? You get the message, very young, but learning as they go. Woodbine, Higashi. Some breaking news coming our way. Nothing to do with football. We've had enough of that with the World Cup, haven't we? But LeBron James signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. If you're watching on ESPN Plus, all over ESPN, it'll be all LeBron all the time as the king is taking his talents to Hollywood. Cue the reality show. Cue the dismay in the land. Guerra. Van Schelk. Well done by Julian Dunn. I guess LA is big enough for both Zlatan and LeBron. But is it big enough to also now keep the Ball family happy? That is the major question. Ball played long over the top to Higashi. So fireworks all over the place this Canada Day, and happy Canada Day to all of those tuning in north of the border. Guerra, very much the target man. Flag goes up, was tight, think it's the right call. So far, so good from Toronto FC, too. Oftentimes, their problems have been complicated by conceding cheap goals early, self-inflicted wounds. They play within themselves, and then they build forward with confidence. You'll see a much better outfit. Borja. Hackshaw. Good interchanging between the Charleston back line, between Muller and Hackshaw and Thomas. Referee says play on. Anunga taken down. Yeats. Kello. Aiden Daniels dropping deep to make sure you keep the integrity of that high line. Some good interplay. Daniels. Wonderful cut on the ball. Yeats came on as a second half substitute against Cincinnati and was very good. Earns his way into the 11. Malik Johnson to Cunningham. Johnson. Inside the 18, two players, and how does he miss? Sean Hundle inside the 6. Great ball by Dante Cunningham, and he can't find the target. Wonderful work by Cunningham. Cutting that ball back, two players there. And Hundle maybe just thrown off by the defensive play of Skylar Thomas, but just needs to rise up and find his way to get that ball on target. Great chance, best chance of the game coming in the 10th minute of the play. And Cunningham continuing his very good form that he showed on Wednesday night. Skylar Thomas is a big human being. He always was. Highly regarded, being drafted by Toronto FC, a local product from nearby Scarborough, Ontario. He's really coming to his own this season. Hackshaw, well done, good ball. Guerra can't get there. Woodbine plays it back in. Done. Half clearance. Hackshaw moving way up. That ball easily dealt with by Kubel. Thought that Charleston had some numbers down that left-hand side. I like that. Daniels goes and saves the ball. He gets a high five mid-play from head coach Michael Rabaska. A firm believer in the proper mindsets needed to play this game at its fullest. Woodbine gets him by and Kubel. Guerra near post, cut down by Okello and hits our microphone. Good news is it's still standing. The second corner kick coming up for the Charleston Battery. Gareth Wheeler with you. It's USL Match Day right here on USLsoccer.com and ESPN Plus. Ben Schulk in swinging corner kick coming. Zonal marking by Toronto FC. No one on the post. Ben Schulk goes near post. right idea. Look at how smooth this is. Daniels for his hard work across the touchline. Little whoop. High five. Daniels back in the starting 11. Didn't play against FC Cincinnati, but has worn the captain's armband this season at times for Toronto FC too. Good touch on by Yeats.
Might have to.
Higashi. Boscovich gets the best of him. Woodbine. A lot of Canadian content in USL, and Skylar Thomas is just the latest. We had a cheering section for Emery Welshman, another local product with FC Cincinnati on Wednesday night. Always great support for the Canadian content. Boscovich struggles with his touch on the ball there, makes up for it. Borja. Kubel. Good read. Well done. Malik Johnson with some space. He's Cunningham to his right. Does he use him? Goes left. Chose the wrong option. Cunningham had acres of space to put that head on a swivel. Cunningham saying, "You had me." Boscovich also, you just got a good look at him. Big center back for this TFC2 team, doing his studies, coinciding with his play for TFC2 with a local university in Ryerson. Pull of the jersey, Higashi gets away with it, but TFC2 comes the other way. Heavy touch by Yeats. And then Nunga gets stuck in. Woodbine. Well done by Nunga, just in behind Guerra. Final product betraying the battery, yet to charge through 15 minutes. Nice work by Cunningham. See you later. Good challenge there by Kelly Rosales. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. So far, so good for Toronto FC too. No real chances going against them. Best chance of the match coming courtesy of Cunningham to Hundle, who just couldn't shape his header on goal. Cunningham gets away with a handball, and here comes Hackshaw. Good advantage played. He's inside the area, inside the 6. Guerra misses the target. Oh my word. Open net. That was on a platter. Hackshaw in acres of space. Looks like Guerra might have been a step offside, so justice is served, but that ball has to be in the back of the net. Flag did not go up. Yeah, you can see the frustration from Guerra right there. Two sensational misses, but that one takes the cake. Apologies to Dante Campbell. I'm calling him Cunningham, a former TFC player. Here's Higashi inside the 6. Guerra cuts that down. Or Guerra gets cut down, I should say. It's a slip of the tongue. Dante Campbell has done very well here out of the gate. I should know my names by now. I've broadcasted each and every World Cup match thus far, so there's a lot of names going through my mind. Anunga de Guerra, flag does go up. He was offside. You can see the play relatively slow, relatively conservative playing in this hot heat. Thomas. Ooh, through the legs. Salad. Well done by Kubel. Done. Captain Ukello. Hackshaw didn't come. Daniels had an opportunity. He didn't trust himself. Good step over Hundle. He gets taken down. That has to be a free kick. Wow. No call given. Looked like Hundle was flat out cleared out. Good step over. That has to be a foul on Taylor Mueller. Consider himself lucky. The battery let off the hook. Crafty work by Hundle. Borja. Kubel. Lots of space down this right-hand side. It seems to be the place where Charleston is leaving the gaps of space. Here's Kubel. Big challenge, and Kubel lands right on his shoulder. It looked like O'Brien Woodbine did hit the ball first, but Kubel takes some serious punishment. Kubel, a little bit of a heavy touch, remains committed, and yeah, Woodbine got to that ball first, and Kubel punished for that heavy touch on the ball. Good to see he's back up. A little bit in the shoulder, a little bit in the shin. Big challenge from Woodbine. Well done. Done. Kello played into trouble by his teammate. Bailed out, foul. Gotta love the bravery. Done. Kello's Daniels to his right, gets it to him. No real options. Forced to go back. Daniels not going to get away with that, and a free kick coming up as Higashi draws it. There's Andy Daniels. Another 19-year-old player from Ajax, Ontario. Turns 20 in early August. Rare touch on the ball for Joe Kuzminski. Schulk, Gashi. Mueller started on the right side and has switched positions with Thomas. Another heavy touch on that turn by Riedmeier. Nunga pulls down Hundle. It's going to get the call this time. Good time to bring up the big boys from the back. Dunn, Bosco. Hundle active thus far. Nunga just essentially went for a ride right there. Just hung on as long as he could. So Dunn, Okello, Boscovich all moving forward. Uccello's over the ball, so is Aiden Daniels. It's a handball in the box. You don't mind going short there, but you want to make sure that short ball has purpose. And the work between Daniels and Uccello played them into more trouble than anything. It's a quick touch. You want to make sure that you change the angle. It didn't really do that at all. So, right idea, the execution, work in progress. Giveaway in the middle of the park. Ball played behind Van Schulk by Guerra. Frustrating start to this match for Guerra. Missed a spectacular opportunity. Cello. Hundle, another heavy touch. It's leading to some big challenges out there. When you play yourself into trouble, you better be ready to commit. Charleston with 55% of the possession thus far. Good high pressure. See that burst of pace by Hundle, just needs to match it with his finish, and you got yourself a complete product. Well done by Yeats. Very impressed. Well done. Good fight by Daniels. Good matchup here. Very good stuff. You gotta love that effort from Aiden Daniels down his left-hand side. Bigger player, those long legs. Fights right through it. Could be a long throw coming by Kubel. It's gonna go short. Big challenge, important one by Uccello. It's not the ball he was looking for. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter, at USL. Good ball. Done. Cello. Final ball's betraying TFC. Guerra, Rietmeyer goes further to Woodbine. Nunga. Very good recovery by TFC too. Malik Johnson, Kuzminski, 5 clean sheets on the season. The team has 6. Just one away win on the season. Charleston, one of the great cities in USL. So much to like. Hundo makes some space for himself. Gives Yeats some work to do. Campbell's moving up that line, but TFC2 just unable to use him. Good patience. There we go, some numbers down the right-hand side. Cello. Difficult ball dealt with by Malik Johnson. Hackshaw, well done. Lets that run out of touch for Charleston Battery. Goal kick. Here at the 30th minute mark, it's because of the very warm temperatures. Over the course of the day, they are taking a hydration break. Perhaps a little bit surprising that they're still taking one, as the weather has cooled down considerably and the sun really and truly setting here in Toronto, Ontario. I am Gareth Wheeler. It's a happy Canada Day to all of you watching out there, and to those south of the border, hope you're getting set for a very safe and happy 4th of July long weekend. Big day of sports world for the World Cup, as the 2010 champions in Spain eliminated at Russia 2018. The host nation gets them on penalties. What turns out to be the final match for Andres Iniesta. Actually, two matches that were decided in penalties over the course of the day, as Croatia moves on to face Russia in a quarterfinal matchup. They advance to the round of 16, getting past Denmark in penalties. Both matches were 1-1 going to a penalty shootout, and Russia and Croatia join Uruguay and France as the four nations thus far to punch their tickets. More World Cup action coming on Monday as Mexico plays Brazil. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Belgium also plays Japan. Sweden, Switzerland, and England, Colombia round out your action. Just can't get enough soccer, can we? It's the time of the year with domestic leagues in full swing. Youth leagues right in the heart of their season, right across North America. And of course, the world's biggest tournament in the World Cup playing out before our eyes for the last 2.5 weeks. Back underway here at BMO Field. Hydration break has come to an end. The thing as a broadcaster, you don't get a hydration break. Mind you, I don't do half the work, is not even a third, not even a tenth of the work as the players on the field. Kubel. Anunga. Some space for Van Schulk. Good matchup here. Two quick players, Higashi and Campbell. Last weekend in USL, the league hit an attendance milestone, drawing nearly 140,000 fans in Week 14, and another really good crowd here tonight. Better time for USL football, as 3 clubs have made it to the round of 16, and the U.S. Open Cup. Louisville just lost their head coach. Still doing very well. New stadium coming up in Louisville. Big attendance numbers, big interest. They're going to take on Nashville in the round of 16, so the USL is guaranteed to have a team in the quarterfinals. Here's Agashi inside the 18. Big challenge by Boskovic. At least got in the way. Well done. It goes out for a TFC2 goal kick, and Agashi looks to the sky. Very good movement off the ball. Riedmeier coming over to the left-hand side. Agashi's got a leg up on Akello, but well done by Boskovic just to throw him off and make sure nothing came easy in front of his goalkeeper. Someone needs to let Akello know, or he needs to feel the pressure of Guerra coming on his back. I was mentioning some of the issues, some of the challenges faced by Toronto FC too. I mean, they've cycled through so many goalkeepers on the year. Caleb Pettersson-Sewell's out through injury. Angelo Cavalluzzo ruptured Achilles tendon. Suffered that against Penn. Borra's just new to the team, the current TFC2 number 1, so still coming and going with, familiar with his teammates around him. Takes that with relative ease. Daniels. Good ball to Hundle. Smart to hold that up. It was 3 against 5. Continues to impress. Campbell wide open, needs to get the ball out quicker, take advantage of the space before it's closed down. The 3 across the backs allowing for those extra wide midfield players of Charleston to really close down that space, force TFC2 back inside. Daniels picked the wrong option.
Last 5 here. Third red.
Anunga. Skylar Thomas. Watch to get exclusive video content and photography from across the USL. Make sure to follow the league's official Instagram account at USL-soccer. Big challenge, Julian Dunn. He's been very good thus far tonight. Boskovic over the top. Some daylight for Johnson. One-on-one. Gets it inside the area, just can't get it over Mueller. Hundle was there. Kubel. Better from Akello. Campbell, 2-on-1 scenario, just holds up. Daniels needs to go into that corner. Instead, he came deep. That's where the space, you need to feel out where the space is, recognize it, and take advantage. Running off the ball is just important as the work that's done on it. 2-on-1 now as TFC2 compromised. Riedmeier to Guerra, steps past the goalkeeper, saving challenge, Julian Dunn. Riedmeier back on it. Borja back in his goal. Big recovery run right there for TFC2. Hackshaw. Anunga. Higashi gets there. Ooh, looks like Dunn played that out of touch. Higashi didn't make great contact, but Dunn looking a little bit fatigued and ends up coming off his foot for another Charleston battery corner kick. Third of the game. The left-footed Van Schulk. Near post Muller made good contact. Handball claim was never going to be heard. Now Keller was right there, just still communicating with his goalkeeper. Heavy touch by Thomas, run out of play by Aiden Daniels. TFC2 still looking for their first win of the season. Guerra. Good hesitation, plays it behind Higashi. Back to Guerra, shot high. So quick it can happen. Guerra buzzing, feeling like he should already have a goal to his record tonight. Look at how he just finds a pocket of space, just needs a yard on Boskovic, and quick shot attempt, just can't keep it down. Solid mustache from Borja. It's always Movember in his world. Shaw pleading with the official. In fairness, this game hasn't been out of control. I think the referee's done a very nice job. Not too much in that. That's more frustration speaking than anything else. Game has kind of fizzled out. The very muggy weather might have something to do with it. Nice work by Boskovic. This is where TFC2 needs to get better. When they win the ball back, just make sure to play a little bit more direct, get bodies forward quick on the counter, and really start picking up the tempo at times. You need to pick and choose when that time is right. This Charleston team, very bullish, very difficult to break down just in the natural flow of the play. And we haven't seen a whole lot of really out-and-out counter-attacking football from TFC2 on the season. Good recovery by Okello. Hundle. Very well done by Higashi, just getting right side of Okello because he was right there, the captain Guerra. Woodbine. This is where TFC2 generally vulnerable. Well done by Julian. Kelly Rosales playing that wide to Hackshaw. Easy pickings. for Borja. Look at that mustache. His birth certificate says 26. That mustache says 56. Guerra. TFC2 conceded 3 in the first half to FC Cincinnati. All 3 goals preventable. Really just mistakes in defending. So far, so good through 44 minutes. Very controlled at the back. Just the one moment. Guerra looked to be offside, but the flag didn't go up, and he missed a really good opportunity, but thus far, goalless here at BMO Field. There's also a different surface than TFC2 played at on home on Wednesday night. Just played up the road at Lamport Stadium on an artificial turf surface. It's very heavy as Kubel takes down Riedmeier. Will be very lucky if he stays out of the book. He does. Just a word from the match official. Riedmeier's going to feel that one. No doubt a foul. I think he's a lucky boy not to pick up a caution. Just comes through, hits that back leg. You've seen yellows for less. Just a warning, I'm sure next foul, Kubel won't be so lucky. There you go. In case, well, for inquiring minds. Muller. I think that both head coaches will be reasonably pleased with the first half performance. It's been relatively clean both sides, as Coach Michael Rabaska. Mike Anhauser. Chances few and far between. Here's Guerra with a chance before half. Riedmeier, far post, just out of the realm of Higashi. Van Schulk. TFC2 need to be clean here. Julian Dunn's been a star performer thus far. Guerra's been in his back pocket all but that one chance. TFC2 in no hurry to get on with this. Seems like they're just content to let this half fizzle out, and the referee whistle to lips, and this first half comes to a very quiet end. Head coach Michael Rabaska, Toronto FC2. The good news, they haven't conceded, but still work to be done. A chance for Hundle for Toronto FC2 down in the north end of the stadium. Very good opportunity for Guerra the other way, and that is about it. So all to play for in the second half on a very mild Canada Day Sunday here in Toronto. There is no score between Toronto FC2 and the Charleston Battery. We'll walk you through what highlights there were from the first half of play and USL news and notes. It's all coming up right here on USL Match Day, and you're watching on USLsoccer.com and ESPN+. I would love someone to run up a water. you know Adam Kruger? Is he in there? Like the TFC2, one of the PR guys, Cazzetto. I just need someone. Cool, buddy. So we're going through highlights first. My God, nothing was doing. I don't even know how we talked for a whole segment about highlights. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that half was so dull. It's not that hot. Like, they can run. Julian Dunn's playing well. I like this Yeats kid. He's good. 17, man. He's, like, huge. I can't believe all these kids are 17. Oh, yeah, they're beauty. Four shots to one. I could just lift up my shirt for you. Does that work? No six-pack? Mine's sick-pack. Welcome back inside BMO Field on the lakefront in downtown Toronto. 45 minutes of action are through, and it's goalless between TFC2 and the Charleston Battery. Happy Canada Day to all of you out there north of the border, to those south of the border. Hope you're all set for your 4th of July extended holiday. Gareth Wheeler with you for USL Match Day. It was a cagey first half of play. The weather's been scorching hot over the course of the day. So much so we had a hydration break here after 30 minutes of a match that kicked off at 8 p.m. It's still upwards of 90 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you south of the border, north of 30 degrees Celsius for our Canadian viewers. And what's playing out is a very slow, cagey, conservative matchup. Part of that is to do with the conditions, and part of that is just two teams seemingly feeling each other out. Great chance here coming in the 12th minute for TFC2. Dante Campbell, sensational ball, set up a goal very similar to this against FC Cincinnati. That time, Ayo Akinola finished. Sean Hundle couldn't do the same, couldn't guide that ball, guide his header on target. And this really the best chance for the Charleston Battery, one of the lone opportunities where they got in behind the TFC2 back line. And the top scorer for the Battery in Guerra somehow, some way misses this absolute sitter inside the 6. That will keep him up at night. I thought he was a touch offside in fairness, but the flag did not go up, and TFC2 let off the hook by that miss. Sean Hundle, clear foul not given on this scenario. Hundle's being lively, but just lacking that little bit of distribution and quality in the attacking third. Challenges like this through heavy touches, yeah, they've been a regular occurrence over the course of this matchup. And Tim Kubel, the TFC2 left back, feeling the brunt of that one right there. Higashi's been lively for the Charleston Battery. They seem most dangerous down that left-hand side. This time it was Rietmeyer coming over to the far side, linking up with Higashi. But Julian Dunn has put in a star performance thus far. The 17-year-old center back for Toronto FC2 has been very good. And Boskovich's partner in crime, 19 years young, and doing a job keeping his goalkeeper relatively inactive over the course of 45 minutes. The first half kind of fizzled out. These are the best chances as TFC2 quick in recovery. Whenever there's been danger, they've been alert to it. They've got back quickly in numbers, limiting Charleston to only 4 shots over the course of the first 45 minutes of play. Now, TFC2 will have to get far more active in the attacking third. Just 1 shot towards the Charleston target. Charleston Battery, 54% of possession in the first half, well, 56%, in the first half of play. But more corner kicks, more joy when it comes to possession on the ball, but a lack of finish in the attacking third. We'll see if either team decides that it's time for them to come out of their shell in the second half of play as we're goalless through 45 minutes. We'll spin you across a very busy time in USL next. I am Gareth Wheeler, and you're watching USL Match Day on USLsoccer.com and ESPN+.
A salute is certainly in the works. Thank you, Marcel. Marcel Schaefer playing it. Can he service one in? Goal! Leon Taylor for Marcel Schaefer.
There's no question we've had our fair share of impressive free kicks this season.
Van Aving. Off the crossbar and in, and it's 1-0 Reno. Here comes Malcolm, takes a shot, and he scores! Shane Malcolm off the free kick, puts Switchbacks FC on top. He lines this up, he's going to drill it hard. Curling ball, it's in, it's tied to 2-2. What a free kick. Really looks interesting. Here is Jose curling it! Sensational strike! Enter now, pocket of space. Deflected strike. That's a fantastic save. Dykstra just drawn through by Boston loose in the area. Left foot, Van Okel had to come up with the save. Good build-up play. Wakaso shoots. Great save by Nelson. Now it's going to be Benjamin. Now it's thrown. Gomez comes up with a big 6 in face. Way back across for White, saved by Crapo. Sanovic on his left. Seth Sanovic. A shot on goal, it's in. Cameron Owasso with number 6 on the year. Cipollani staying with it. Cipollani back across, yes. And how about North Carolina FC? Got some help. This is a shot that finds the back of the net. Cutler, last man back, and it will be Reed who will score again. Reed inside the 18, left-footed strike, and it's a hat trick. For number 30, shot comes on, and Akira able to use his fists. Omar can't finish, great save with the left foot there by Marcinkowski.
Welcome back inside BMO Field. Hey, that looks like me as a kid. No, seriously. And he stole my dance moves as well. It's goalless between Toronto FC2 and the Charleston Battery on a warm and muggy night on the lakefront in downtown Toronto. Happy Canada Day to all of you. A lot of football being played this long weekend. Some notable results across USL. Cincinnati back on track as they continue their Canadian road swing, downing the Ottawa Fury. 2-0 was the final. Their first place in the Eastern Conference. They're on 34 points through 17 matches played. Louisville City FC, they lose their head coach. Not a problem. The stand-in player coach is doing the work and doing enough for a late equalizer as they level things off with New York Red Bulls too. 2-2 was the final. Louisville, 4th place in the Eastern Conference. Fresno FC still doing a very nice job. 2-0. They defeat Sacramento and Reno. A big 1-0 victory over Portland Timbers 2. So news and the notes across USL. It's bittersweet for Louisville FC that head coach James O'Connor goes back to a former club he played with in Orlando City. He makes that move after leading his team to the 2017 USL Cup and the quarterfinals of the US Open Cup. Good things happening in Louisville. A new head coach will take over that very talented side. For the time being, interim head coaches George Davis IV, Paulo Di Piccolo, and Luke Spencer, players taking over the joint interim head coaching role. Phoenix Rising FC, no Didier Drogba, he's away on World Cup duty in terms of being a pundit, but the team doing A-OK, especially defensively, their 5th clean sheet, coming up with a 1-0 victory. I mean, their goalkeeper, Chris Wyszynski, has been very good, but the defense in front of him has been that much better. In the game of the week, Indy and Ottawa Fury will be on ESPNU on the 4th of July. More focus, more profile for USL, so make note of that. Spend a little bit of your 4th of July tuning into some more USL soccer action. He's got my hat, too. Who is this kid? I swear he's not mine. A great crowd here on Canada Day at BMO Field. Beautiful Lake Ontario in the background on ESPN+. Hey, Kyle, here's my question. LeBron leaves the conference. Does that change what Masai does? Dude, do you know what this should do for the Raptors? Spend more, go deeper into the luxury, just take the hit, understanding you have a real chance here. You know what I mean? Like, never mind, like, oh, the status quo, spend. What big news? That and, whatever. Tavares. Did you guys know that Tavares was happening? I was just wondering, like, behind the scenes, knew that that was going on. Just in case, right. Yeah, I would say poor Fred, but he's making, like, how much? Yes, exactly. I cannot. We're going to go to that kid.
He takes the shot and puts it in the back of the net. Oh, what a strike from the captain! Back up! He's got it!
Not a cloud in the sky on a beautiful night in Toronto. It's goalless between Toronto FC 2 and the Charleston Battery from BMO Field. The two sides back out for second half action. A very young, emerging, growing group here in Toronto, trying to find a way to come up with what would be a massive 3 points tonight. Winless on the season. They have picked up 3 draws on the year. And that's for the Charleston Battery, just trying to climb the table and make sure that they remain in playoff contention in the Eastern Conference. A very clean match, well officiated game thus far, and been a little bit of a chess match, to tell you the truth, with both teams really feeling themselves out here in terms of where you can expose the other team and how to get the best of it. Thomas. Not a great touch to start the second half by Kuzminski, and that's out of touch for a TFC2 throw. Nice look at Joe Kuzminski. TFC2 will look to get a little bit more of the possession, although it's a misleading statistic at times. So creating chances and just really that one genuine chance for TFC2 in the first half of play. Kubel, swing and a miss. Comes Reitmeyer, no changes for other side at the half. Charleston with numbers. Big run inside the area, done. It's been doing that all match long. Woodbine, Reitmeyer. Boscovich comes out to deal with that. Good patience. Forced all the way back. TFC defending well in numbers. Good work defensively by TFC2. Mueller. Big chase down. Didn't think he'd get there. Well done by Van Schulk. Johnson taken down in the midfield. Free kick coming up for TFC2. That was a big run by Van Schulk. Did well to track that down, create a half chance. Benches tonight. Olatunji, Mohammed, Romeo, Farias, Serbel, Elijah, and Andrews for TFC2. Well done by Hackshaw. For the battery, Beebe, Bolt, Arambula, Candela, Okonkwo, and Wild. Hundle, good control. That's got to be a foul. It's given. Who just needs a little bit more finish, that nose for the goal to make him that much more of a complete player. Look at that, 11 men behind the ball. Bank of 4, bank of 3, bank of 3. Looks like Daniels has dropped deeper, and TFC2 started the match with what looked to be more of a two-man front line. Daniels was always dropping deeper, but this is very defined right now with Hundle up top. Head coach Mike Rabaska is still finding ways to get the most out of his very young team. It's listed on the official team sheet as a 4-1-2-1-2. 5 lines of attack is a little bit confusing to the layperson. 3 or 4 is much more straightforward. So go with a 4-5-1 formation. But Johnson and Daniels have that ability to get forward. Here's Hundle. Can he get there? No, he can't. Kelly Rosales is just very quick in the middle, instinctive Schulk. Guerra's being played of the match. Very good defending. Guerra and Neville Hackshaw, both from Trinidad and Tobago. There's Hackshaw right there. Some decent international flavor throughout this Charleston team. Nunga from Cameroon, Agashi from Japan. Got a local product as well as Riedmeier from the College of Charleston. Here's Guerra. Opportunity here with a TFC2 player down. Big sliding challenge from Boscovich. They needed that with Kubel out and down and nowhere near the play. Take another look. Borja just plays Kubel into trouble, and it's not very good distribution from the back. And it's kind of the story of TFC2 season. It's just mistakes compound one into another. In swinging corner kick. Ben Schulk, near post, can't get it over Kubel. Good to see him back up on his feet. Good ball by Higashi, just out of the reach of Van Schulk. From Portland, Oregon. Played for the University of Portland. Should have mentioned Brian Woodbine from Jamaica, Skylar Thomas from Canada. Borja from Spain for TFC2. Nice work by Hackshaw. Kubel spending a lot of time in Germany. Here he goes. Taken down. Good opportunity coming up here. Yellow card shown. And the first one brandished over the course of this match. Kubel taken down from behind by Riedmeier. Don't mind that being a yellow, but quite frankly, Kubel got away with one in the first half as well. Late challenge on that very same player, and that's most likely Riedmeier's argument. It's got to go both ways. TFC2 looking like another short free kick. Instead, it goes inside the area. Who's that come off of? Hundle. Made some contact and came off a Charleston player last, and it's going to be out for a TFC2 corner kick. So Riedmeier goes into the book in the 54th. Generally want that a little bit higher, more to the back post for a knockdown, but works out nonetheless for TFC2. Two players. Cello on space was Nunga's cut it down that space. Ball inside the 18. There it is, Boscovich. Oh, that comes close. The big boy Boscovich scored from a set piece on Wednesday night. Headed goal in midweek and comes close there as well. Kuzminski let off the hook as some very good service that time around, and TFC2 with another good chance now. Just need to continue to build. Set piece may be the way through. Good service by Daniels. Boscovich. Kubel. chance. Too much running, not enough passing. Played himself into trouble. He had Daniels to his left. Could have played him through. Instead, ran into a wall. Anunga. Guerra steps in front of Dunn. Ball runs through. Substitution about to be made as Gordon Wild is about to enter here in the 57th minute. He's going to replace the only man who's on a caution here tonight in Riedmeier. Nico Riedmeier, his night is done, and Gordon Wild started last time out for Charleston against Pittsburgh. See what kind of influence he can be. He's one of the better attack-minded players within this Charleston team. Johnson. Daniels has some space. Can he use it? No. Local product Skylar Thomas gets a job done, and Daniels, insult to insult, runs into the goalkeeper and has a seat. Gordon Wild with 3 goals on the year. It's Guerra with 7, Wild with 3, and Anunga with 3. No one else has more than a goal. Wild. Boscovich comes straight through. Referee says play on. Woodbine gives it right back. Can TFC break out? Daniels, well done. This is the time to attack. Campbell is all kinds of legs. He's got Malik Johnson making a run. He goes himself with a burst of pace. Just a heavy touch, well read by Hackshaw. And chance the other way. Charleston with some numbers. Higashi crosses, done over. Hackshaw through the 6. Guerra not there. Woodbine keeps it in. Boscovich threw his legs to Guerra, back of the net. Mistake across the back line, and the talisman for the battery. He's still got some charge in him. Roof of the net, goal number 8 on the season. And the Charleston battery take a precious lead, 1-0 here in the 59th. Boscovich will have nightmares tonight. Right through the wickets, and Guerra, the benefactor. A familiar sight to this TFC2 team. Innocent mistake turns into goal the other way. And TFC2 and their head coach Mike Rabaska need to make like they did midweek, come from behind in a match to get something out of it. Boscovich had been solid all night long, but a crucial error at the wrong moment. Nice work by Malik Johnson. Burst of speed. Campbell goes to the near post. His service has been so good. Just can't pick out a man. TFC2 had plenty of numbers up in the area. You really got a feel for Robert Boscovich. Right through the legs, and tried his best to make up for his mistake. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. Uccello cuts inside. That was one of those scenarios, if Uccello goes down under that sliding challenge, he could probably get himself a free kick in a dangerous spot. The boy's too honest. Very Canadian of Luca Uccello. As the player goes down, when he leaves his feet, he's vulnerable. He comes sliding through. Uccello sorry, that's Kubel, not Uccello. Kubel leans into that. Can get the benefit of the doubt. Uccello, Kubel, both brandishing yellow boots on the night. Dunn. Johnson. Uccello. There he is. Boscovich. It's a roller coaster that is football. Boscovich comes close. Goal scoring opportunity on a set piece one way and right in the middle of a mess the other. Tough for a 19-year-old player, but he's been a really good guy within the group. Tries to lead by example. Nice work by Higashi. Been impressed with his footwork tonight. Very slight, just 135 pounds. Not the biggest player, but bags of talent. Wild. Big challenge. Uccello. Gareth Wheeler with you on this Canada Day Sunday, welcoming those watching on USLsoccer.com on ESPN+. Guerra's 8th goal this season has put the Charleston Battery up 1-0 here on a very muggy night at BMO Field. There was a hydration break in the first half. We'll see if there's another one here in the second half. Hasn't cooled down much at all. Kubel. Julian Dunn, he's been great on the night. Higashi, Guerra. TFC2 is going to have to step out at some point. They really grew into their match on Wednesday against Cincinnati. Just a little bit of a failure to launch here. Multiple changes in their 11 as multiple players were called up to play earlier in the day. Woodbine, Higashi, easy as can be for Higashi. That doubles Charleston's lead. Another defensive breakdown, and the Battery are rolling. It's Charleston 2, TFC 2, no score. Too easy. Woodbine giving acres of space. Higashi just finding that pocket of space as the TFC2 group coming together, trying to regroup. Borja goes the wrong way, just didn't show a whole lot of patience. That's Higashi's second goal on the season, coming in his 13th game, and boy oh boy, it's a mountain to climb now for the Reds. Here they come again. Charleston on the run. Anunga cut down well. Big challenge, big intervention right there by Uccello. TFC2 came back, scored 2 late goals to earn a draw against Cincinnati on Wednesday night. They're going to have to do the same here tonight. Night is done for Stefan Yates. I think he's done well tonight, in fairness. Matthew Serbell coming into the game to replace him. Yates still such a young talent. Still very much learning the game. 18 years of age, local product. Replaced by Serbell. He's senior of all of just 1 year. 19, so another 19-year-old player in this TFC2 team. Just to put it into context, there were only 2 players in this TFC2 team who are not teenagers, and that's the goalkeeper Borja and the left back Kubel. Aiden Daniels, his night's done. Frustrated, just walks off the far side of the pitch. He's going to walk his way around. And there's Jordan Faria. You guessed it, 17 years old. Okello. Campbell. Serbell trying to play in Faria, substitute to out of play for a Charleston Battery goal kick. How well do you know the USL? Test your knowledge at USLsoccer.com's weekly picks competition at each and every Tuesday. And you could win tickets to an upcoming USL game of your choice. See the frustration on the TFC2 players as Hackshaw trying to run to get on with the play. Yeah, it's all good when that happens, Neville, when you're up 2 goals or you're 2 goals to the good. Kelly Rosales to Wild. Nice interplay. Wild on the run. Just didn't make good contact. Right idea. And the third and final change just like that for Toronto FC2 coming up. Mohammed's coming to the match. Kubel, his night is done. See if there's a little bit of change of shape or whether this is like for like. Tariq Mohammed, 5'9" defender, another Canadian 18-year-old player. It's a real true test of patience here as these young kids get valuable playing time at the highest of levels. Professional football is a lot different than playing youth football somewhere. Faria plays Hundle in. Flag stays down. Can he pick out an option? Well, it's another local product, but unfortunately in Skylar Thomas. Anunga high into the night sky. Guerra bought a foul there, not much in it, was never going to bring that down, and free kick coming up. 20 minutes to salvage something this Canada Day for TFC2. Very impressed with Charleston's shape. The interplay, the rotation between players has been very good. Difficult to break down. Heading into tonight's match, they just conceded 16 goals in 15 games. Very good defensively. It's just finding true out-and-out goal scorers beyond Guerra, which has been their biggest challenge. Just 18 goals headed in, now 20 in 16 for the Battery. They can just find a little bit more cutting edge in front of goal than the very good defensive shape will serve them well through the meat of this USL schedule. Well read by Hackshaw. He's been very good on the night. I know you want to keep up with the best social media from around USL. Am I right? Of course I'm right. Join Kelsey Steele every Friday on the USL social media channels for the latest edition of Off the Post. Johnson just waited for that. You got to come and attack the ball. Wild, he absolutely handled that, and referee up for it, and it's going the other way. Good ball in behind the back line. Muhammad on the run. Muller, good read of that potential danger from TFC2. Layoff. Hundle to Faria. Right idea. Just wide of target, and substitution coming up for the Charleston Battery. 17. Concord coming into the match, and the night is done for the man who opened the scoring here tonight, and Guerra. Could have really had a brace here on the night, but Patrick Okonkwo's turn. Okonkwo straight into the action. Big punch by Borja. Okonkwo out of Lagos, Nigeria, in the Atlanta United Academy. Big boy, 6 feet tall, 185. There he is. Another teenager, just 19 years of age, born in 99. Misread by Faria, and out of touch for another. Charleston Battery throw. Lead challenge there. Next up for the Charleston Battery, South Carolina versus North Carolina. Battery and North Carolina FC on Saturday night, July 7th, before a midweek match for Coach Anhauser and company against Indy 11 on Wednesday the 11th. Flags up for offside. As for Toronto FC too, I mean, No rest for them as Wild comes in, just shoots high of target. Comes up a Toronto FC 2-player last. Another good chance for the Battery, and that's going to be another corner kick for Charleston. Gordon Wild trying to add to his 3-goal tally on the year. Good spin, good move. Gashi, beautiful back heel for Wild, and getting that play just so quick on the attack. Good cutting edge. Ben Schulk. Far post. Thomas can't get there. Gashi. Goal scorer tonight. Anunga high and wide. In fairness, not even close. TFC 2 against the Tampa Bay Rowdies Wednesday night, July 4th. Get your USL coverage on Wednesday night. Here's Agashi again. Agashi just misses the far post. What an opportunity gone to waste, as the Charleston Battery are now carving open this TFC 2 back line with relative ease. Wild very active in it all, and Agashi just wide of target. Too easy again. This TFC 2 team, like I said, I spoke about the inexperience, just lost some players who have featured in this group as of late. Liam Fraser, Ryan Telfer, Ayo Akinola, Jordan Hamilton. Left back Bjornathan. It's very difficult with dealing with extended absences. Oh, tough touch right there. Malik Johnson was right there. No nonsense stuff by, well, little bump in the back. Professional defending by Mueller. You can watch highlights from every. Good ball by Okello. Mohammed has some space inside the 6. Mueller right there yet again. Very good work defensively by Taylor Mueller. And a TFC 2 corner kick coming up. A goal here could change the complexion of what has been a frustrating night for TFC 2. In swinging corner kick. Kuzminski a big punch. Serbell chasing that down. Does well. Just need to get that ball up past that first defender. Wild has a player on the overlap. Woodbine forced to check his run. TFC 2 have recovered. Ben Schulk. Set pieces are just so critical when you're struggling to create or build any sort of consistent attacking play. You need to be able to capitalize. Little bits of quality can absolutely change a game. Serbell. Good ball. Johnson. He beat his man. Cuts inside. Like he's done all night. Kelly Rosales just always seems to be there. Good foul by Campbell, in fairness. He's going to go into the book. A little bit harsh, but Wild was wide open to his right, and Conquo in a very dangerous position to the left. Pick your poison, and Campbell decides to digest a yellow card. Gareth Wheeler with you right here on USLsoccer.com at WheelerTSN. Giving my best to my partner in Terry Dunfield. Couldn't be with us tonight, as here's Woodbine inside the 18. Woodbine with a chance near post, and he beats Borja near post. And a little bit of acrobatics to add some spice. It's the Charleston Battery running all over TFC2. The visitors lead 3-0. Former Ottawa Fury probably makes this far too much of a mountain to climb for TFC2. And that's going to be his final touch on the ball. Well, thank you for the flip, Mr. Woodbine. A little... I should say a lot of celebration, not just a little, for O'Brien Woodbine. His second goal of the season, substitution made. Aaron Bula coming into the game. Just a long ball over the top. If you're Mohammed, you have to know where that player is coming from the outside position. And what's making it very difficult is TFC2 go the other way and Malik Johnson taken down, and there's going to be a caution here. No doubt about that, as Malik Johnson with a little bit of pace, and Kelly Rosales goes into the book. Take a look at the foul, just we're in that replay, and catches him from behind. I think that, well, actually goes to Skylar Thomas. That's a little bit harsh because Kelly Rosales made the initial contact, and I think Skylar Thomas just found himself in the wrong spot. Good opportunity here. Uccello inside the 18. Kaczynski punches and let off the hook. Okello was right there, open inside the 6. The goalkeeper nowhere to be found. And Kuzminski can consider himself lucky. Mohammed, long ball, very good ball. Uccello, what can he do with it? Serbell open on top of the 18. Can he find him? Yes, he does. Poor turn on the ball. And Charleston 5-on-4. Can they take advantage? Good ball by Wild. He's been great since he's come on. Oh, Kelly Rosales just missed him. He had Wild making that overlap run on his right-hand side. Don't mind that frustration from Wild, because could have been in all alone. A little bit more awareness. Aaron Grula. Actually, I should say Anunga. Kuzminski. Aaron Grula just checked into the game for the Charleston Battery for Woodbine. It's Woodbine's second goal of the year. Good turn. Up comes Boscovich. Up comes Dunn. Short corner. Referee's going to have a word. Dangerous ball. There's 3 Charleston Battery players. If Serbell loses possession at a time like that, it's 3-on-1 the other way. Mueller spins that out. Corner kick coming up. Has to be a corner kick. The flag did not go up on originally, but it was a good few yards beyond the touchline. See if Cello can do better this time. Mohammed there as well for the out swinging corner kick threat, but it's Uccello to take. Better, far post, header, just Faria can't knock that down. Got to make the goalkeeper work. Just get it on target. Keep it simple. Force the goalkeeper to do work. Well, more frustration for TFC2. It's not easy. Struggling so much, just looking to make incremental gains for such young players. It's like one problem overlaps into another. TFC2 well in this game, and a Boskovic mistake on the first goal and really opened the floodgates, and they have not recovered. Which is absolutely unfortunate. That goal coming in the 59th minute, almost an hour, very good play. Serbell! Well, there's some fireworks going off in the distance as this is a Canada Day Sunday, and Serbell almost lit this game ablaze. Kaboom! Got all of that, grazes the top netting. Big strike by the substitute Serbell. Matthew Serbell in and out of the starting 11 on the year. There he is again, well done. Hundel returns the favor, Serbell. Well done by Muller. Hundel turns, fires, right at the goalkeeper. Sees to bend that into the corner. Pick a corner, son. With the win here tonight, the Charleston Battery going to move all the way up to 25 points. That'll draw them level with Indy 11, tied for 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Everyone's chasing FC Cincinnati. They're on 34. But Pittsburgh 6 points back, 2 games in hand. Nashville, Louisville, all very good teams in this Eastern Conference. Out west, a couple real powerhouses. Real Monarchs on 37 points, and not far behind them, Phoenix Rising FC on 35. I've scored 34 goals in the season now, on 5 without conceding. Conquo. It's been another 60 seconds here at BMO Field. Wild steps inside, gets it off, deflects, and hard luck on TFC2. But Wild, sometimes you just need to make your own luck. Gordon Wild finds the back of the net for the Charleston Battery. Give him the 4th on the game and his 4th on the season. And the Battery are running wild all over TFC2. Really, everything caved in on TFC2 after that, as the Charleston Battery, as TFC2 just lost their shape, lost a little bit of composure, and the Battery come away with a 4-0 victory. Goals on the night by Guerra, Woodbine, Higashi. There he is right there, and Wild seal the 3 points. Charleston Battery 4. Doubleheader here at BMO Field complete, and not the result the home side was looking for here at BMO Field on a Canada Day Sunday. The visitors come in, the Battery fully charged. Charleston 4, TFC 2, no score. Welcome back inside BMO Field. I am Gareth Wheeler. The night seemed to start promising for this young TFC 2 side. Having 9 teenagers in their starting 11 looked like they were up for it. It was goalless through 59 minutes, and self-inflicted wounds really cost TFC 2 dearly on this night. The opening goal for the Charleston Battery coming in the 59th minute. Woodbine plays the ball into the area, and Boscovich, oh no, through the legs. And it's the wrong man you want in front of goal. Give him a half chance, he will make you pay. Guerra with goal number 8 on the season, opening the scoring. The problems compounded just mere minutes later. Woodbine, a consistent threat on the night down the right-hand side, finds Higashi gashing through and gashing open TFC 2's back line, doubling the Charleston Battery's lead. And from there, Toronto FC just really struggled again down this right-hand side. Far too much space, and Woodbine beats Borja near post. An opportunity that the goalkeeper would love back. His second goal of the season, 3-0 Battery. And again, look, from the right-hand side of the Charleston Battery, this time the substitute Gordon Wild. Well, the Battery were running wild, his 4th on the season. The 4th goal for the Battery on the night. Harsh deflection for Julian Dunn. Nothing that he nor the goalkeeper could do. And there's your final. 56% possession with the Charleston Battery. And look, it's very difficult for a young TFC2 team to play established professionals. 19 tackles to 8. The physical play of Charleston simply wore TFC2 down. And TFC2 will go into a July 4th match against the Tampa Bay Rowdies, searching for their first win of the season. Meanwhile, Charleston climbing the Eastern Conference table, level with Indy 11, tied for 5th place in the East. On behalf of everyone who's been part of our broadcast crew this holiday Sunday, thank you for tuning in. Final score from BMO Field, Charleston 4, TFC 2. I am Gareth Wheeler, and you've been watching USL Match Day on USLsoccer.com and ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written